your thunder, nigga. High as a kite, feeling blessed and highly favored as I look back over my life. Bright lights and ice, had a nigga mind gone. Plus I had a fetish for them old ratchet assholes. But I always been on my shit though, I always been about the money. The nigga who you thought was the man, shit I done probably fronted him. But that's just how the shit goes. I been solid 10 toes. A nigga had a problem with me, bet something, it was over hope. But anytime a bitch chose, I swear it was willingly. Look at me, look at you, can you blame her for feeling me? You niggas weak, tender dick, insecure like a stud bitch. Advise you, I say fuck that bitch and put my focus on getting rich. But that's me.
20 years in the game, that's me. I'm still shitting online, that's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah. I'm my mama's only son, that's me. Never leave the house without my gun, that's me. That's me. That's me.
It never seems to amaze me how these boys be so fugazi, lying on their records. Yeah, you can rap, but I can't respect it. God bless you, cause I know you lost. You need to try being yourself, nigga, and take that mask off. You say you wanna be a boss, but your character ain't right. You greedy, you selfish, plus you ain't got God in your life. No matter how hard you try, things just never go right. You fucked up, out of there. Boy, get your life. You got 4 kids and a whole wife. Stop talking about you pimping. You know it ain't in. Keep it real, stop pretending. Bitch niggas is trending, real niggas is missing. Fuck the top 10 listings, I don't wanna be mentioned with these niggas, but that's me.
I done kept it real from the jump, that's me. Nigga, I'm the king of the phone, that's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah. I done held it 10 toes down, that's me. I'm the one, they don't bring they hoes around, that's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight with Straight from the Hip. I am your host, Shabella Rose, and tonight is a different type of show, interesting type of show. I have here tonight John Man Baby, which is a comedian out of Orlando, Florida. He is also a sports fanatic and a diehard fan of the Philadelphia Eagle.
So sorry about that.
And then I have Vincent Wallace, who has his own show here on HighVibe Media, Sports Rehab, that is every Wednesday night, every Thursday night at 8:30. And so tonight, these guys are going to go head up because they're both sports fanatic and they die hard, and they go hard for the team they believe in, that they support. Well, John, it was a pleasure to have met you.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm breathing. It's Monday.
Already.
It's the end of Monday.
Already.
You know.
So how long you been here in Texas?
I've been in Texas about 4 years, Dallas about 3.5. I moved to San Antonio first.
Okay.
Didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Well.
Nobody would.
So, but you like in Dallas?
Yeah, I like Dallas a tad bit better than San Antonio.
Oh, okay. So you've been doing shows and stuff here since you've been here?
I've done a few. I've been actually going back and forth to Florida.
Okay.
So, but I've been doing a few. Get my bearings.
I saw a couple of clips and stuff. You was hilarious on the bus. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you ride the bus, you got to be funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I was like, oh, my goodness. I got to have you on my show. I got to have you go up against one of the guys who has a show on there, Sports Rehab, Vincent, because he swear. Nobody knows sports like he knows sports.
Man. Well, but what else you want to know before we get started?
So hey, Vince.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing tonight?
How's everybody doing on Straight from the Hip?
Everybody's good that's here.
Everybody's here. Hey, we are missing one, aren't we?
Yeah, we're missing one, and I just want to send my condolences and my condolences and sympathy prayers with Hollywood. She lost a family member on this morning, so that's why she's not here tonight.
Hollywood.
Blessings.
Yes. So, but the show must go on. So how are you? So how are things going with you in the sports rehab?
We're doing great. Like you said, we're every Thursday from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. We laying it down. We're telling you about the greatness of the Dallas Cowboys, something that this man right here might not know very much about, but we're going to try to educate him before the show concludes tonight. But overall, Jimmy and I, we have a great time each and every Thursday. If you guys enjoy Straight from the Hip, I know this here is a fun show. We also have a fun sports show, so tune in. We'd love to have you as our audience as well. HighVibe, all day, every day.
HighVibe Media, all day, every day. That's why the title of the show is Straight from the Hip versus Sports Rehab. Got me a commentator here.
Look at that.
It's going to go against. I'm not a sports fan. I don't know a whole lot about sports. I just, I'm going to let these guys have the platform. I just wanted to ask, John a couple of questions about his career with being a comedian. What inspired you to go this route?
Well, what inspired me is I'm a second-generation comic.
Okay.
And my father is a comedian. I almost said was. He's not gone yet. So
okay.
If he was gone, we probably wouldn't have this conversation because the insurance money would have me somewhere.
Understandable.
But no, second-generation comic. I used to do music prior.
Okay.
I did music. Then I did hip hop.
Okay.
I did hip hop. Somebody told me I could rap back when I was 16.
Was that a joke?
I'm dead serious. But you see how it turned out,
Yeah,
because I'm talking to y'all right now.
You know what, really, honestly, it's hard to really, have a sincere conversation with someone who is a comedian or jokes a lot, because you never know when to take them serious.
Well, it's that's the beauty of it. But it is true. Somebody told me I could rap when I was 16, and I believed them.
Okay.
So I believed them. So something.
So you stepped out in those waters.
Yeah, so I started swimming and realized that you get tired of swimming at some point. So I did music, and then one day I just decided that to do comedy because when I was doing music I was codependent on other people as far as doing music, and I have a gift, and
you know, I have the ability to make people laugh. That was always been the case, you know. So, also have a platform. So for me to utilize my platform, I decided to step into comedy. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, off and on 8 years, life, you know, life happens.
Okay,
You know,
exactly.
Life happens, but not to make excuses, but life happens, and now I'm in a position, you know, to take the next step and things of that. So
Already.
appreciate it.
So who was your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian, honestly, is my dad. I can't.
Okay.
And it's not because he's my dad. It's because the fact that as a comedian, I see my dad in every situation. So I'm a son of a struggling comedian, so to speak. And I put it like that. It's for the simple fact that going on the road with my dad, going to these hole-in-the-wall spots for him to tell jokes, and then him trying to raise me, you know, I couldn't get that from anywhere else. So I have comedians that I do like, but just have more of an appreciation of my father now that I am doing comedy.
That you're doing it also.
So it's just, yeah, my dad is, but outside of my dad, I guess my favorite comedian, that's a really tough question. Outside of my father, I guess my favorite comedian would be Chris Rock.
Okay.
Chris Rock or George Carlin.
Okay.
Both good.
Both are good.
Yeah, Chris Rock or George Carlin. It depends what day of the week or what time you catch me.
Chris Rock is funny. It's just his voice irritates me, so I've never gotten into him.
Well, that's understandable.
But he is funny.
With the material and the stage presence.
Yeah.
But the
Yes.
material, stage presence, and that voice is if Chris Rock was straight laced, if his voice wasn't the way, you know, he probably wouldn't be as funny. I take that back. No disrespect, Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? I get a million hits on YouTube saying, a world star saying, yo, this unknown comedian said Chris Rock's not funny. He's only funny because of his voice. No, that's not the case. But sometimes that adds to
Right.
his jokes and the material. So, but it works.
I agree with that.
But I respect the pen. You know, that supersedes everything to me. Anybody who can write, and I'm like, I wish I could have wrote that joke, or man, you know, that's what's more important to me. So
Okay. I get that. I think all comedians have that one thing that makes them extraordinary. Like with Bernie Mac, you know,
Yes.
may he rest in peace.
yes,
Chris Tucker,
yes, all of
Kevin
them great.
Hart,
Yes, all of them
Cat
great.
Williams.
All of them great.
Yeah, they have that one thing that just when people, as soon as they get started, people they can just do that one thing and just.
They can do the ABCs and everybody will laugh.
Yes.
That's it. You know, they can do the ABCs, and that's when you know somebody that is brilliant, you know, and they bring something to the table. And, you know, anybody, I'm a fan of all comedians. Some comedians make me laugh more than others, but anybody who steps on that stage, I have the ultimate respect for, you know, because it's tough. It's tough going on stage and trying to make people laugh that you don't know. It's easy to make people laugh that you do know or whatever the case, but to go on stage and try to make people laugh that you don't know, and not only don't know, you have to do it consistently for a time period.
Right.
So,
I'm curious. You mentioned about your dad, and he's your favorite comedian. And everybody always talks about dad jokes because dad jokes are corny. Does your dad have a joke that you heard over the years that you thought was like absolutely hilarious?
you know something? It's funny that you bring that up. It's funny that you bring that up because I haven't. It's one joke that I used to do in my act that was a joke that my dad does, you know, and it's an adult joke.
We'll live.
Okay.
We're adults.
But
We understand this comedy.
Yeah.
So
no.
we can let it happen. Let it go.
So this is I don't do it as much. When my material wasn't as long as it should have been, it was my fallback. But it's really an homage to my father. It's my favorite joke my dad tells. Where you from, man?
I'm from Dallas,
What part?
Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove. Okay. All right. This is my favorite joke that my dad tells. A kid goes to his father and says, "Dad, let me have $37.50. And the father said, "For what?" And the kid was like, "For a blowjob."
Okay.
Yeah, so the father was like from Pleasant Grove. It doesn't necessarily know exactly what a blowjob is. So he yells to the kitchen, "Honey, what's a blowjob?" She says, $37.50. Now the reason why you laughing because you know that price is kind of steep.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
For real.
No, but yeah. So that's my favorite joke that my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite joke. And I could do his material years and years. I try to stay away from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I have a block, I always go directly to my father. So it's cool though. It's cool.
He always cracking you up, still to this day.
Man, my dad is the funniest person I know. And what's weird because when you grow up, none of my friends believed that my dad was a comedian. Nobody. And the reason why, because my dad never cracked jokes. My dad was always stern looking. He was always, Mr. Man. That was it, and nobody knew. But once we got outside of the house, to this day, I'll put my dad against anybody, and that's what I'm saying. That's real. I'll put him. My dad, and my dad worked with greats. So I grew up around greats.
Can you give me some of the names of some of those?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, my dad's real good friends with Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay.
Tim Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Foxworthy.
He worked with any black comedians?
Well, you laugh, and you laugh. But I'm going to tell you the truth though. Back then, mainstream clubs would not book 2 black comics.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my dad has worked with black comics. You know what I'm saying? Marshall Warfield. But it was during that time, and even to this time right now, it's a rarity, unless it's an urban night, to have 2 black comics on the same
set,
on the same show. Yes. Okay. So especially in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the 80s. So 80s and 90s. So it's not that my dad didn't work with black comics. It's that, when he was on tour and stuff like that,
he wasn't booked with it.
He wasn't booked
with the other black comics.
He wasn't booked with other black comics.
Huh.
So that's a little secret,
I never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a little secret in the industry. And matter of fact, it's still in a lot of clubs to this day won't really book.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I guess whenever I go to the Improv, I always see it's usually 2 black comics. It's not, but it's a headliner. It'll be the big name.
Is it the Arlington?
Yeah, it's the Arlington or
Addison. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's funny because in some instances, the Improv showcase a lot of black comics.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but it's regional. You know what I'm saying? So, but they showcase a lot of the Improv do showcase a lot of black comics. So, but if you step out of the Improv, like if you like a club like Hyenas.
Mm-hmm. I've been. I'm broad.
I'm pretty sure you see more black comics at the Improv than you did
at Hyenas, because
that's true.
The only black comic I know that just completely packs it's the real big ones. Like you said, it's the Chris Rocks, it's the Dave Chappelle's. It's hard to find black faces in Dave Chappelle audience. But,
that's true.
We support him because Dave is funny as hell to me.
He is, and it's that fine line. It's that fine line because it's just a weird dynamic. You know, I've been around comedy and I've been around comics a majority of my life. I never wanted to do comedy. I never wanted to do comedy under any circumstance.
It's in your blood, though.
It is in my blood, but that's the reason why I didn't want to do it. You know, because I knew no matter what I did, I would never reach what my dad, you know what I'm saying, is to me. You know, I won't do a show with my dad.
What kind of big? I don't mean to.
You're good.
I just wonder just what kind of big comics have you worked with? You may readily know.
What kind of big comics?
Sports rehab versus.
You know, what kind of. Well,
hold up now.
What kind of? Actually, I haven't really, done anything with any major. A lot of big regional comics I've, worked with. But as far as mainstream,
International.
and yeah, I haven't had that. I haven't had that. I won't say opportunity because you make your own opportunity. I just haven't put myself in position.
I hear you.
I just haven't put myself in position to, do that. So.
Right. So I have a question.
Go ahead.
So we know that all comedians, especially when they first get started, something that you have to learn to overcome. How do you deal with the hecklers?
You know what I tell a heckler?
What?
3750.
Exactly. No. I only have one line to a heckler when people heckle me. Right. I don't deal with hecklers on stage. I deal with them in the parking lot.
Oh.
That's strong.
I'm 6'2", 250. I take my chances.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You messing with my money.
And does that shut them up or?
Yeah, because they don't expect that. They want you to have banter back and forth, But, I got a job to do.
Okay.
My job is not to entertain one person or go back and forth with one person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be a part of the show. I mean, they can be part of the show, but it'll be on my time.
But it says that the hecklers make the, they are the ones that make the show interesting.
No, they don't.
It's about how you react and come back.
No, they don't. They don't.
It's just an interruption.
It is an interruption. It's like this, right? Well, it's like this. What people don't understand is this. When you're in any form of entertainment, the outside person doesn't look at that as a real job. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, say if you're a bank teller, right?
Right.
You're not going to let your homeboy come up there and just stand at the window and talk to you for your whole shift. What's going to happen?
You're going
to get fired.
You're going to get fired. Right?
Right.
So, if a club is paying me, my obligation is to the club to handle what I have to handle.
Right.
So if you're going to come and try to be part of the show, I'll make you part of the show. That's no problem. But it's going to be on my time.
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
And I'm not trying to sound like I'm Billy Bad,
Have you had anybody take you up on the offer?
No, because I only work white clubs. No, no. It's not about that. It's not trying to be bad or better than anybody else or bigger than whatever, But people just have to understand that other people pay good money for a show to be entertained. Mm-hmm. So you got to have respect all the way across the board. Excuse me. So if you want to heckle and try to be part of the show, whatever, like when to this day I might be wrong for this, but when Kramer,
yeah,
what I'm saying,
yeah, when
he did that, no, but the funny thing is I thought it was funny.
Really?
Yes.
I was thoroughly offended.
I'm going to tell you why I thought it was funny, because what he said was the N-word wasn't that. What I'm saying, the N-word. Be that as it may. You know what I'm saying? That stuff like that doesn't offend me or bother me because I know who I am. So those are just words or whatever the case may be. So that doesn't bother me. But when he said, what I'm saying, when he said that, when he said back in the day you would get tar and feathered,
mm-hmm.
That was funny. And the reason, I'm going to tell you why, because it's like this.
You got to explain that to me.
I'm going to tell you like this. It's like this, right? We're sensitive, right?
Right.
We're sensitive, right? So, it's like this. Say he wasn't funny, and people were heckling him,
mm-hmm.
right? If somebody is shooting at you, right? Are you going to pick and choose and say, you know something? What am I going to shoot back with? You're going to find whatever ammunition you can to retaliate. Now, in the whole scheme of things, maybe he was wrong.
I agree with that.
Maybe he was wrong, but that didn't necessarily mean who he was as a person, because sometimes people don't know how to react in certain situations. So I know where you're about to go. So you can say that, oh well, everybody have said something that did not mean out of anger and frustration. I don't care if it's your whomever you're with, right? So are we going to hold everybody accountable for 30 seconds? Now, if somebody has a track record and if somebody has a pattern, yeah, you could be like, you know something, whatever. Because if you really had an argument with somebody, with your best friend, and you said some foul shit.
But okay, well here's my counter to that then, because we finna have a little bit on this one. He's a comedian,
yes,
paid comedian. I used to watch Seinfeld. I was a Kramer fan. He's a comedian. That wasn't the first time he had been heckled, I assure you. And so he should know how to handle that without turning it into something so racially derogatory as that.
Okay.
Now, well, hold on. Let me make this point. And so with him being where he was in comedy, because you've been on this hit show, you've been here, you've been there, you've been worldwide, you know what you are as far as the public goes. I think it was dumb on his part. I thought it was idiotic on his part. And I thought it was extremely racially motivated the way it came across.
Okay, and I agree with you all of it, and I still think it was funny. But I'm going to tell you this, right?
It might have been funny.
No.
Actually, to somebody, it might have been funny. It wasn't funny to me.
But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to counteract all that shit. When you're in a fight, do you fight anybody the same way?
Yes. Hold on.
No. Hear me out. When you fight somebody, do you know what I'm saying? If one of these women slapped you in the face, right? Okay. How would you handle that? You would not handle it the same way that I slapped you in the face, right? I can make that assumption, right?
That is correct.
You can have an argument with any one of these ladies and actually call them out their name, right? It could get that heated, and you could call them out their name, right? In that brief moment. Right?
Right.
So those ladies hold you accountable because you called them out their name in that 10-second situation, or should they look at your track record and say you have never experienced any of this, no matter what? So you can say it's race, but it doesn't matter if it's racism, sexism, or any ism you want to put on it. You know what I'm saying? Disrespect is disrespect.
But how you fight with some people and how you fight with other people can be different. For example, my mother can call me the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna call her out of her name because I got that kind of respect for her. So I don't fight with everybody the exact same.
Okay.
When we're talking about what Kramer did, I mean the way he came at it is not the appropriate way that you should have addressed that as a comedian.
Okay.
And we've seen comedians worldwide get heckled. They don't resort to that.
I'm going to tell you this. That's not necessarily true.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on hold because we need to go to a commercial break at this point. I need to.
We're going to have a good sports debate.
Okay, yeah, because after that, like I said, I'm not really a sports fan, and I am giving over my platform to them on tonight and let them straight from the hip versus sports rehab and let them go in. You know, Vincent is the diehard Cowboys fan versus John, the diehard Philadelphia Eagle fan. And they not only are they just fans, they are just sports fanatic altogether. So I'm going to let them have, because I thought that this was going to be so interesting and funny tonight. And I'm telling you, like, I am laughing like so hard inside right now because it's been funny already. So we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to let them have it with what they do against sports. And you can call in at 972-882-6146. Again, that number is 972-882-6146. I say about 9:15. Give them about 10-15 minutes to get into the conversation, and then you other Cowboys fans, because we know you guys are out there, can call in with your comments or your suggestions and your opinions or whatever. And we're straight from the hip. HighVibe Media. We'll be back in a minute.
Be back.
That's too funny.
Oh boy.
We can't even talk during the commercial.
No, I can always, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't be offended. No, we all different. You can't tell me what it is. So,
what I'm saying is this. Like this. Like this.
When the music's played together, and you know that it's the better. To even get a seat, you got to be here. Come on.
So if
let people have control over your
yeah, so what I want to say about Kramer, it's about like this. You can't say because one comedian do something and don't. You can't say because one comedian didn't do anything. Just because one comedian doesn't do anything, another comedian did something. Like, and it's
okay, well, you're not robbing that store. But this ain't gonna be his robbing that store.
it has nothing to do with me.
But if he not following this standard, he gonna lose his job as well.
No,
The backlash on Kramer, he lost a lot of work behind what he did.
that's right.
So what he did was, in a lot of people's opinion, very wrong.
Well, it's not about right or wrong. What I'm trying to get to. It's not about right or wrong because that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's not a book that says what's right or wrong and this is right or wrong. All that is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Some people might think that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so it's not about right or wrong. It's about how you handle the situation. And just because somebody doesn't handle the situation in that
You believe he thinks he was right or wrong today.
that has nothing to, it doesn't matter. I don't give that thought because I don't give that thought because it's not that serious.
I felt real about watching Seinfeld for months and weeks
Well,
after that.
you know,
because I couldn't even look
but
at the
it's
show
like this. But it's
without
like this.
thinking
It's
about
like
what
this
he
though.
did.
It's like this, right? It's like this. You get if all right if you work for a job, right, and they mess up your paycheck once, right? What are you gonna do?
Get them, make sure they correct it.
All right. So if they mess up your paycheck twice, what are you gonna do?
I have walked off from a job over them messing up my paycheck.
But
on the third time.
But the point I'm trying to make is you let it get to a third time, right?
Yeah. You might want to.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You let it get to a third time.
But hold on. Some things you don't get three chances.
It's not
on.
about getting 3 chances. It's about
It ain't no 3-strike rule.
It's like this.
in a
It's
lot
like,
of
it's like this. It's like
Every
this.
instance is different.
But that's my point exactly. So if somebody in the heat of the moment people get caught up. We're human. So it's like you want people to be.
But don't you think sometimes people expose their true selves?
No,
when
no,
it ain't?
no. You know what?
Because I think we all got a certain amount of
Smoking California thunder, nigga. High as a kite. Feeling blessed and highly favored as I look back over my life. Bright lights and ice. Had a nigga mind gone. Plus I had a fetish for them old ratchet assholes. But I always been on my shit though. I always been about the money. The nigga who you thought was the man, shit I done probably fronted. But that's just how the shit goes. I been solid 10 toes. A nigga had a problem with me, bet something was over hope. But anytime a bitch chose, I swear it was willingly. Look at me, look at you. Can you blame her for feeling me? You niggas weak, tender deep, insecure like a stud, bitch. If I was you, I say fuck that bitch and put my focus on getting rich. But that's me. 20
We have
years
an
in the
idea.
game, that's me.
But
I'm still shitting on like that's me.
Until we're in that
That's me.
situation. And
That's
sometimes
me.
some people get caught up. Now he could be the biggest. No, he
I'm a mama's only son,
That's
that's me.
not the point.
Never leave the house without my gun, that's me.
Sometimes it's that.
That's me.
Maybe he has not been
That's
had
me.
people like that.
Yeah.
Maybe something's going on in the house.
It never
There's
seems
a
too
lot of
amazing
reasons
how
why.
these boys be
But in
so
the end,
fugazi,
it doesn't matter.
lying on their records.
I can
Yeah, you
mess
can
up
rap, but I can't respect it. God bless you, cause I know you lost. You need to try being yourself, nigga, and take that mask off. You say you wanna be a boss, but your character ain't right. You greedy, you selfish, plus you ain't got God in your life. No matter how hard you try, things just never go right. You fucked up, out of there. Boy, get your life. You got 4 kids and a whole wife. Stop talking about you pimping. You know it ain't it. Keep it real, stop pretending. Bitch niggas is trending. Real niggas is missing. Fuck your top 10 listings. I don't wanna be mentioned with these niggas. I done kept it real from the jump. That's me. Nigga, I'm the king of the phone. That's me. That's me. That's me.
Because sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes people
toes down. That's me. I'm the one. They don't bring their hoes around. That's me.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, okay, so what are you saying? 'Cause I'm saying he was wrong.
I didn't say.
Okay, y'all, I'm finna go back live. And that got to cut off.
No.
Okay, well, we can talk the comedy stuff later. But on the sports end, I know you all, the question to ask him is who gonna win the NFC East? We can go out there.
All right, you ready? Yes. Welcome back to Straight from the Hip, HighVibe Media. I am your host, Shabella. I have guests in the house, John, Man Baby, comedian from Orlando, Florida, and Vincent Wallace, who is the host of his own show on HighVibe Media, Sports Rehab, which is every Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
8:30 to 10.
8:30 to 10, that's right. Oh, well, and then I also want to give shout out to Sweet Benny Ray for making World Star Hip Hop millions of views. And I'm going to read this little they have on here that Sweet Benny Ray is also known as Big Ben of the popular group Rally Boys. Was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. He embraced music at an early age by mimicking the popular artists during the rise of hip-hop. It wasn't long after discovering his ability to write rhymes that Sweet Benny Ray wrote his first album in 1 week. He is notable for writing a song and in less than an hour hitting the booth and spitting his verses from memory. Sweet Benny Ray is often referred to as Biggie of the South because of his finesse and smooth, powerful delivery on tracks. Sweet Benny Ray is often, it says, has dropped 3 albums, The Rally World Volume 1, Rally World Volume 2, Up in Your Yard. He has performed on songs with Lil Boosie, Devin the Dude, Lil Flip, Mia X, Corrupt, Lil Wayne, Baby, The Hot Boys, Bun B, and Too Short. And that's just to name a few. As a solo artist, Sweet Benny Ray has released 5 mixtapes, Hard Hood Classic Volume 1, Volume 2, 211, Unsung Hero, and Tax Season 1. Sweet Benny Ray will be releasing his new solo album, Concrete, this summer, followed by Tax Season 2. You can follow Big Ben on Facebook, Benny Ray, and on Twitter at The Real Big Ben. And I just want you guys to know he will be performing live at my birthday party, Scorpio Birthday Bash. It's a black and gold offense. It is a fair. It is November 10th from 9 to 1. You guys ought to come out. It's $5 before 10 o'clock. It is, Scorpios are free before 10. It's 10 after 10 o'clock. Free food, free drinks, and it's also BYOB. You need to be in the house. We also have other artists lined up. Levi Cartier. Let me change that. Not get politically correct with that. Levi Cartier. Brown from Money Minds Entertainment. And our very own Trip the Maker, R&B singer. And you guys better be there. I'm telling you, you're going to miss a treat. It's November 10th, 9 to 1 at Space Studio. And that's on Regal Road. And I just want you guys to come on out. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a good thing. And I'm going to turn over this platform to these two guys. How about them Cowboys? Ain't that what they always say? And I'm going to step back and I'm going to let you guys have it because I'm not a sports fan. I don't know sports. I can tell you, I can go a little bit with basketball because I played a little bit in high school, so I have a little understanding of that. But as far as football, I'm clueless.
You got a ball in the hoop?
No.
What position you play?
Don't go there. We're not going to do that because I am tall for a female. And we're going to just leave it at that. But let you guys go at it. The reason why I invited him on the show because I know that in previous conversation you were saying that you kind of wish you had somebody you could go up against that's really not a Cowboy fan but knows sports because you like to talk sports, Vincent. So this guy got on the bus and he was walking down the aisle asking everybody.
Homeless.
He was walking down the aisle asking everybody, how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? So when he got to John, then John said, what about them? And that was so funny to me. Talking about, what about it? He talking about they gonna win. He talking about, you hope so. And they just went in like the whole time. They was just going in, and it was just so fun. I had to record it because I was gonna let you listen to it later, Vincent. Oh, but I told you I recorded it. No, but I told him, I said I recorded you for training purposes. Like, that's what they tell you. So anyway,
look at
I
that.
just thought that this would be a good match on tonight since our previous guest had already canceled, and this just fell in my lap.
I was Plan B, folks.
Yeah,
just like the pill.
But sometimes Plan B is also meant to be Plan A sometimes. So anyway, let you guys have it. I already asked the question.
Oh, okay.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, how about
Let it get started from there. You guys go on in. I'm going to step to the side and let y'all have it.
All right, John.
Good night. I'll be back at the end, y'all.
Let me ask you, John. Eagles gonna win the NFC East?
Of course.
I disagree.
Well, first of all, it's
why do you think they are?
Well, we'll just keep team out of it.
Okay.
7-1, 6-0 in the NFC. All right.
Okay.
So they have the best record in the NFC.
Hold on, they beat the Redskins twice.
We're 7-1.
Okay, but you said 6-0 in the NFC. Oh, in the NFC. Okay, not the East. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In the NFC.
Yeah, Carolina, yeah.
They're we're 6-0 in the NFC. Only losses to the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So head to head, it will take a lot of. The Eagles will just have to fall off the bandwagon for them not to win the NFC East.
To lose 2 games to the Cowboys is falling off the bandwagon?
They won't lose 2 games to the Cowboys.
Well, that's what we're talking about is future predictions.
Well, even with future predictions, the last time there was a sweep in the series had to be about 10 years ago. So over the last 10 years, it's been a split. I take that back. Only once in the last 10 years was a sweep.
And last year it could have been, right? Because
no,
if we didn't lose last game because we were sitting all the players.
If I had wheels, I'd be a Corvette.
That's the whole point that I'm making about the Eagles.
No, I didn't say no. I didn't. No. The difference is because you talk about if that already happened, right?
Okay, but
so you say future predictions. So if we want to stay, what's been going on in recent trends?
Okay,
it's been a split.
But every season is different. We can't just take what happened last year. Because if we took what happened last year, we're going to say Cowboys going to win it because they won it last year.
No, because it hasn't been a repeat champion since 2008 in the NFC East. So if you was going to make money, I said the Cowboys wasn't going to win the division. I think before the season, not because I didn't.
Because they rotated.
Because
the logic is because it rotates.
It hasn't happened in 10 years. Do you know who was the last repeat NFC East champion?
Probably the Eagles.
It was the Eagles.
Probably in Donovan McNabb era.
Yes, that was the last time. So each year it's been rotating. So
that's a pattern that you can't base anything on, though. It only applies to the East. Doesn't apply to. It's not a general football principle that we just sit here and say that this is what's going to happen.
Well, it happened to the NFC South too. The NFC South didn't have a repeat.
I say we look at the talent on the teams.
Oh, well, let's look at the talent on the teams. And when we look at the talent on the teams, this is the biggest misnomer about the NFL. All right? Mm-hmm. Everybody in the NFL gets a paycheck, right?
Yes.
Right? So no team it's not college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So each team has the same amount of talent.
Not the same amount. No. Some have more than others.
No, they don't.
I would argue with you that the New England Patriots has more talent than the Cleveland Browns.
No, they don't.
They have more talent than the Cleveland Browns.
They don't have more talent. This is what the difference between New England and Cleveland is. It's not.
I believe the talent is close in the NFL from team to team.
It's equal.
And I believe if you took Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and put them on Cleveland, they would be the better team. But that's not the situation because you can't tell me that a team that's been 1-23 in their last 24 games is as talented as the defending Super Bowl champion is right now.
Yes, I can.
You can tell it, but that don't make it true.
It doesn't make it untrue either. So
when they play,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We'll tell you
this. They played 10 times. How many times would New England win?
We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
What do you believe?
I don't believe because
you don't believe they win more than 50.
No, I don't believe. No, I don't believe.
This team is 1-23.
It doesn't matter.
Obviously they're not competitive with the NFL NFL.
Now,
Period.
if you was talking about New England, if you was talking about New England versus North Texas, yeah, I could give you a number.
Cleveland is 1-23. They're
That
not far
doesn't-
from North Texas.
No, this is
1-23. That means Cleveland has won. If I was the coach in Cleveland,
yeah.
I'm just saying it like this right here. If I was the coach in Cleveland, the current coach they have now would only be one game better than me in the last 24 games.
Okay. All right. That sounds good in theory, but I'm about to break something down to you.
But that's 1-23.
I'm going to break something.
You can't really argue 1-23.
Yes, I'm about to break something down to you because we're talking about talent, right? We're not talking about wins or losses. We're talking about talent, right?
I think talent
No.
has something to do with wins and losses.
No, I'm going to talk about talent, all right?
Okay.
We're going to talk about talent. I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm talking about talent, all right? Okay. Now, how many players are in the NFL team?
Well, 53 on the active roster.
No, so they have 53 on the active roster, and it's 60 players, right?
Roughly, if you count practice squad, all this other stuff.
It's 60 players, right? Okay. Now, how many teams are in the NFL?
32.
32. So 32 times 60 is what?
32 times 6, 2, Cameron 1, 18, 2, 206.
32 times 16.
32.
32 times
Oh, hold on,
60.
16. I did times
32
That's
times
what they
60.
got calculators for.
Yeah, 32
John.
times 60.
Well,
32
get
times
to the
60.
point, and I'm going to give
No,
you
no,
the
no,
number.
no, no. I want you to give me the number. All right, 32 times 60, right?
32 times 60.
Mm-hmm.
1920.
That's it's 1,900 players in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. So those are 1,900 of the elite of elite of elite.
Yes.
Right? So these 1,920 players are better than any other players in the world to be in this elite group.
They are.
No.
I'll give you a premise. I'll give you a premise.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's 32 teams, right? So you're saying one team has no, they don't. This is where the difference is. No. I just let you talk for 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. This is where the difference is. Some teams have talent in more crucial positions than others. So when you talk about Cleveland versus New England, and you just answered it for me. You said no. Let me finish. I just let you talk. You said if you put Tom Brady and Gronkowski on Cleveland, there will be a better team, right?
Yes.
So Tom Brady's is probably one of the top 5 players at his position, right? Arguably.
I believe
We'll say top 5. It's arguably top 5, right? Mm-hmm. Gronkowski's arguably top 5 at his position. At his position, right?
Yes.
Okay? And you just named only those 2 players, and you said you put them on Cleveland, which is 1-23 in their last 24, then they're going to miraculously be a better team. Why is that? You know why? Because New England have talent in crucial positions. But no.
We're arguing the same thing.
No, we're not. Because
I'm telling you that they have more talent.
They don't
You're
have
saying they have more talent at crucial positions.
No, they don't have more talent. They don't have the talent is balanced because if you
That's
flip
not
that
a balance. If I have it at the crucial positions,
no, because there's some positions
that's not a balance.
Some positions Cleveland might have more, probably have more talent than New England. So it's like this. So if that's the case, then if New England have that much more talent than Cleveland, right? You could take the quarterback for Cleveland, and you could take the tight end from Cleveland and swap places.
No.
Now you're
mischaracterizing.
No, I'm not mischaracterizing. No, I'm not.
What I said was, I do agree the talent is close.
It's not close. It's equal.
No, it is close in the NFL to the point where if we moved a couple of people off of one team, the difference in the 5-11 Cowboys and the 13-3 Cowboys is Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott.
No, it's not.
2 positions right there.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Well,
I remember.
I can tell you the records changed when we got Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
I can tell you we went to.
You know why? You know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you this. It had nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
Did it have anything to do with Ezekiel Elliott?
No, I'm gonna tell you what it had to do with.
What is that?
Y'all had 9 quarterbacks that year that were straight garbage. Tony Romo was playing. Y'all wouldn't have been 5-11.
We wouldn't have been 5-11.
No.
But the team that went 5-11, the team that went 5-11 was because we didn't have a quarterback. We're making the same point again.
No, but did Dallas have the best offensive line?
But we didn't have the quarterback.
Okay.
Because our quarterback was hurt. That's the reason we went 5-11.
But the point of the matter is 1 through 53.
We went 0-7.
No, but what I'm just saying, 1 and 53. From the top player to number 53 on all 30 teams, the talent level is the same.
Now, if that was true, that would mean I could take any GM out here, out of the 32 GMs in there, and I could say, you get to pick a roster. And that GM would say, you got to pick this roster to win the Super Bowl. And that GM would say, oh, it don't matter. I'm telling you, that's not what the GMs would say. The GMs are going to say, give me that team over there that's got an established quarterback, that's got a pass rusher. Give me this team over here. That is where the talent is. Jimmy Johnson used to talk about this. He said you have to have these particular 7 positions. That is part of your talent equation.
Okay, all right. What I'm saying is, but 1 through 53, you're still missing my point.
That's what I'm telling you.
My point.
They're close, but they're not equal.
No, it is equal. It is equal.
How can they be equal? That means
because everybody
would have the same record.
That's not true. Because that's not true. It's not true. The reason why they're equal because they are in the NFL and they're receiving a paycheck.
No,
so it's
some people receive better paycheck than other people. So you telling me I'm playing? Your cornerbacks are the same as my cornerbacks, so I'm paying you the exact same. No, certain people make more money than other people.
That's what life is. But can I tell you something? What is there in the NFL?
A salary cap.
And in the salary cap, everybody has the same what?
Amount of dollars to spend.
So if they have the same amount of dollars to spend.
But how you allocate yours as a Cleveland Brown because you want to go play Brock Osweiler while I pay Tom Brady. That is a difference.
One has nothing to do with the other. What I'm saying is you can remove, all right? It's like this, right? Well, it's like this, right? Okay? No.
We got off topic though.
No. We're about to get about these because no. I'm about to. We didn't get off topic.
Okay, bring it back.
It's like this. It's like this, right? And when you talk about the Cowboys, because you're a fan, and it's good that you're a fan.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you see. See, the difference between me, I'm a fan, but I'm a realistic fan. Because when I broke it down to you, I didn't mention anything about the team. All right. When you asked me why do I think the Eagles are going to win, you know what I'm saying? I didn't look at it. I didn't give you anything. I didn't break anything down for the team, right? Mm-hmm. So let's break it down to the team, all right?
Okay.
All right. If you want to match up the Eagles versus the Cowboys, player for player.
Well,
right? No, because that's what we're talking about, talent, right? So if we're talking about talent, and you believe that the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles twice, we're going to talk about key positions.
Well, you got to know why I believe that.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me tell you why I believe that. I believe, and it goes to your point, I believe that the NFL is a battle of attrition. So I believe the healthiest teams usually end up in the top level, the ones with the least amount of man games lost. The Eagles have been dealt a significant blow by the middle linebacker Kendricks and by
Jordan Hicks.
Jordan Hicks, the middle linebacker, mm-hmm. Jordan Hicks and Jason Peters being injured.
Okay.
Those are significant blows.
Okay.
That defense is similar to, let's say, if the Cowboys.
I'm gonna cut you off right there. Because you brought up key injuries, right?
Yes.
The Eagles play 2 linebackers.
Okay.
All right. The Eagles play 2 linebackers. Okay.
And I guarantee you, the guy that's backing up Jordan Hicks is not as good as Jordan.
Actually,
Hicks.
Matter of fact, he's graded as the leading linebacker.
We shall see because
it's Michael Kendricks. Michael
Kendricks is okay. Kendricks is
okay. Michael Kendricks and Nigel Bradham. All right. They are the two. Those two. Forget Hicks. Those two are graded as the top 10 linebackers. No, graded as the top 10 linebackers in the league.
Hicks is a perennial Pro Bowler, and is your bona fide run stopper.
No, he's not. But that's fine. That's not. That's not fine. No, he's not a bona fide run stopper. Nigel Bradham is our bona fide run stopper.
Who starts on that team?
Huh?
Who starts?
Who starts?
Before the injury happened, did not Hicks start?
Hicks and Bradham.
Okay.
Because the Eagles only played 2 linebackers.
Okay.
But Kendricks was still playing 45% of the snaps before Hicks got hurt. So if
is that a blow to your team? This is my question.
Anybody gets hurt, that's a blow. But it's
there
not,
you go.
But,
okay, that's my point, though. That's my only point.
But that's your only point, right?
Peters getting hurt is a blow to the team.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Are these significant blows to the team?
I'll say Peters more than Hicks.
Okay, but they're significant blows to the team.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Significant blows to the team. That tilts that balance equation.
Oh, that sounds like a fan.
Okay, as far as talent goes. And I do believe if we are the healthier team coming in, we just saw us blow the Redskins up because of 4 people missing on their offensive line.
Okay.
We just saw them blow it up.
Okay.
Our defensive line just ran over. What
Okay.
I'm telling you is, it is a battle of attrition, and right now we are winning the battle of attrition.
How are you winning the battle of attrition when you're 2 games behind the Eagles, and the Eagles have been dealing?
We haven't played them yet.
Time out. I'm
We
gonna
haven't played them
tell
yet.
you this. Okay.
We haven't played them yet.
Do you know what
Can
happened?
we still win the division if we beat them
Listen.
twice?
Huh? Not necessarily.
Okay, but if we beat the Eagles and we finish with a tied record or whatever,
Oh yeah.
we're
But
2 games behind.
But
so if we beat the Eagles twice. That
But you say word choose. I'm gonna break something to you, right? Okay. You know who Ronald Darby is?
Who?
Ronald Darby.
Ronald Darby.
Yes. Do you know who Ronald Darby is?
Is that the defensive back? Or we talking?
Yes, defensive back. Yeah.
Back in the day.
No.
Who he played for?
He played for the Eagles.
Okay, Ronald Darby. Okay.
Okay, Ronald Darby was our starting cornerback. Cornerback, all right? Cornerback. Starter, not a backup, starter. He got hurt. You know when he got hurt?
When did he get hurt?
The 3rd play of the first game of the season.
Okay.
All right? Starter.
Okay.
Okay. Did that have an impact on the? Did that have an impact on the defense? Of course, because he was our best corner. Not only he was a starter, he was our best cornerback. Everybody knew it. So what happened? Right? What happened? You know what the Eagles did? What happened? They put a rookie in. They had no choice. Right? Okay. They put a rookie in. You know that attrition thing you just talked about? You know, man down, next man up. Right?
It's good in
No,
theory.
no. It's not good in theory because it's a fact. I'm not speaking anything.
No. It doesn't always work out.
No,
that way,
it's working out right now. So what? So you can't
well,
say.
when Tony Romo got hurt, Jack
No.
Prescott stepped in,
Can I tell you
it
something?
worked.
But
there are times when it works the exact opposite.
It only works for the Cowboys.
No.
You just said it. No. I
just
just
work for other positions.
I just let you go on a 7.5 minute diatribe.
I've been letting you go on a 6.5 minute diatribe.
You know what I'm saying? Because you talk about this war attrition thing. The Eagles been hurt since game 1.
Okay.
The Eagles been hurt and keep it. Fletcher Cox missed a couple of games this year.
Fletcher Cox is a beast. I give you him.
So what happened? Still winning. So it's all about depth and talent. So when you say this attrition thing that is going to catch up to the Eagles,
I believe Jason. You said Peters is a blow.
Yeah, Peters. But can I tell you something? They already been prepared. They already been prepared for Peters being hurt. So
when you look at your team, are there like certain players you look at and say, if we lose this player, it's going to be significant to the point where it's only our win-loss record?
It's only one player that I will say that.
Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz.
That's the only player.
That's the only player.
That
is the only. Yeah, that's the.
I think the person that protects Carson Wentz blindside, Jason Peters.
No.
I believe Fletcher Cox.
No, but
the Eagles have players.
But what I'm saying is the Eagles have depth in those positions. So the Eagles.
I don't think you just replace Fletcher Cox.
You can't replace Jesus Christ, but somebody's going to try to do it. But you know what I'm saying?
If they fail miserably, what good? Vince can't come save your soul. If I fail miserably, what good did it do?
But the point I'm trying to make is this: those aren't crucial, and those are crucial positions that you can put a stopgap in. If you lose the quarterback, if Dak Prescott got hurt right now, we want to talk about Carson Wentz with the Cowboys. Would you have any confidence in the Cowboys? All right, you took too long. That's your answer. So because
I would not expect us to win the East.
You would not. You wouldn't go to the playoffs. You would go to the playoffs with tickets. The Cowboys will be doing what I'll be doing. Watching the playoffs, asking for chips and dip. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about injury and death, and you think, oh yeah, right now, you sound like a fan. But I didn't know the reason.
We are fans. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan.
But the point I'm trying to make is this. You don't have enough inside knowledge of my Eagles to make that statement. So
I know that you lost your starting left tackle, who's a 10-time Pro Bowler.
Okay.
And I know that's going to be significant going against a pass rushing defensive line with two of the top pass rushers in the league right now.
Now can I tell you something? You know what I'm saying? People get paid a lot of good money, right?
Yeah.
They make decisions, right?
I don't, so I don't.
You know what I'm saying? But people. So don't you think the Eagles already have a contingency plan in place? This is not the no.
The Cowboys got a contingency plan for Sean Lee. It don't ever work
because he's brittle, and I'm a Penn State guy.
But
he's
it doesn't
brittle.
work. Our plan doesn't work because Sean Lee is valuable to our defense.
You know why? And whose fault is that?
But you're saying these teams have contingency plans.
But what I'm saying,
we have a contingency plan. It's just not a good one.
Because
you can have a contingency plan.
Whose fault is that?
Well, we're gonna find out about
time out.
Jason Peters. If you got a good contingency plan for him.
But I'm saying, whose fault is that though? If y'all don't have a contingency plan for Sean Lee, because when we lose players this year, you know what I'm saying, the front office of the Eagles put enough players that when injuries happen, we lost. You know something? Who did we lose beginning of the season? Darren Sproles, right?
Oh yeah, Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles is a bad boy. One of probably, arguably, our best offensive weapon. All right, he is. So you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So we lose Darren Sproles.
But if you depend on a 34-year-old running back,
it'll make a difference.
And he's not your best offensive weapon. That would be Carson Wentz.
No. We didn't know that. We didn't know that at the time.
You didn't know Carson Wentz was your best offensive weapon?
At the beginning of the season, you did not know that. We're talking about
I thought Carson Wentz was the real deal.
No, it's time out. Him being the real deal and him being the best offensive player is two different. That's two different statements. At the beginning of the season, we did not know how Carson Wentz was going to progress. All right,
I did.
No.
I did.
Man,
I thought he should have been number one pick in the draft.
Well, I did too, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is like, yeah, we could sound like and say, hey, we knew he was going to do this. We did not know. We hoped and we could speculate that he was going to do this, but we did not know. But the only thing we did know, going into the season, the one thing we did know that Darren Sproles was the Eagles' best offensive player, right? So Darren Sproles get hurt, right? Darren Sproles get hurt. What happens? Everybody, oh my gosh, because Darren Sproles was Carson Wentz. Safety blanket. He was safety blanket, right?
Yes.
He gets hurt first early in the season. Bam. The Eagles plan a contingency plan. All right. You know what I'm saying? So
what has been the contingency plan for Darren Sproles?
Kenyon Barner, and you got Blount, you got Corey Clement. We got you know what I'm saying?
Wendell Smallwood. Okay.
So the thing is this: you're saying the Eagles don't have these contingency plans. But the Eagles been having all these major injuries since game one. Now, since game one, they have all these major injuries.
Every football team has major injuries.
No, but what
Patriots just won a Super Bowl with Gronk injured.
So you're going to use that argument for the Patriots, but you're going to say the Eagles going to lose a war of attrition. So you can't have it both ways.
Yes, I can.
You can't. Come on, bro.
Yes,
it sounds silly,
because
man.
You just said it's about the position.
No.
You said that, and I'm telling you, left tackle is a very valuable position. But tight end don't really go in that argument.
Come out. Gronk is one of the top.
If we lose, you still got. Hold on. Let's talk about this now. Let's talk about it. Now, I think the Patriots just lost Dante Hightower. That's going to be significant because I don't see anybody behind Dante Hightower doing what Dante Hightower can do. That's significant to them. Okay. That defense, I saw Kareem Hunt. They put some little dude out there. Kareem Hunt went around the corner week one, and just 60-yard touchdown.
Okay. That happens. Everybody in the NFL, everybody in the NFL has talent. That's why that happened. So go ahead.
All I'm telling you is, I believe the significant injuries that the Eagles have had will play a part in them losing the division.
Okay, they will play a part. Why? Because you want it to happen. But I'm going to tell you this. What happens when Ezekiel gets suspended?
I believe that's going to play a part in our team.
Okay, no.
Our offense is built around
but see, I know your team better than you do. Because Ezekiel, no. I know your team better than you do.
Really?
Because the Cowboys have enough of running behind Ezekiel to hold the fort. Now, if you lose Prescott, it's a done deal. But if no, hold on.
So are we gonna win the division if Zeke get?
You're not. Are we
gonna make the playoffs?
If y'all gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah. Do you think the Cowboys gonna make this playoffs if Zeke gets suspended?
They have a good chance of making playoffs. Yeah, they have a good chance of making the playoffs.
So you believe we'll make the playoffs? We won't win the division, so you put us at about 10 wins, 9 wins. What do you put us at?
If you want to put a number, 9-7, 10-6.
And that's going to be good enough to win the playoffs. I mean, you got a lot of teams out there. Carolina 5 wins already.
Yeah, but
you got New Orleans on 5 games.
Yeah, but the
point I don't know if 9 wins get it done.
But you don't know that. But you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this. The Cowboys have enough talent at the running back position to hold the fort, whatever happens to Ezekiel. So if Ezekiel Elliott gets, it's like this. If the Cowboys didn't have the talent, Cowboys, because I'm not saying Ezekiel Elliott is not a bad boy.
We are better prepared for Zeke getting hurt than, let's say, a Tyron Smith getting hurt or Sean Lee.
Okay.
We are better prepared for that.
But
that breakaway big play ability that Zeke brings to the table.
But they don't need that, though.
When you start talking about these big-time games against the Eagles, we're going to need Zeke to beat the Eagles.
But what I'm saying is this. You don't need all that. And I'm going to get back to the Eagles, all right? Because you're talking about all these major injuries, right? I want you to do your homework, okay? You know what I'm saying? I want you to do your homework. And I want you to look at the injury report for every team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Okay, every single team. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, and look at what teams had crucial injuries and whatever the case may be. Now, the difference between this, right? Because nobody thought Philadelphia was going to be 7-1, right? Nobody thought.
No.
You know why?
Because
nobody thought nobody thought Carson Wentz was going to be what he was. Everybody knew that he was a real deal. Nobody expected it this quickly. You can say what you want, your personal opinion. I'm just talking about consensus. All right, so we're talking about consensus because only very few people picked the Eagles to win the division.
Oh,
right?
I wouldn't have picked them to win the division. But I still don't think they're going to win the division.
But
so my opinion hasn't changed.
But the thing is this, right? If you want to talk talent, all right, and we're going and this is what we'll get back to talent. If you want to talk talent, okay, all right. Quarterback is a wash. All right, Quarterback is a wash. Quarterback is a wash, and
that's a debate. It's debatable, but I'll give you that. If you
because
quarterback is a wash. Okay.
No, quarterback is a wash because if you want to say Prescott is better than Wentz,
okay.
If you want to say Prescott,
and if you want to say Wentz is better than
I'm
Prescott.
not going to because I honestly believe they're equal.
Okay, I'll give you a wash on that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing that nobody can convince me that Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz.
I will tell you they're the two best quarterbacks. I prefer Dak Prescott.
Because you're a fan.
That may be because he's on my team.
Yeah.
I prefer Dak Prescott because I like the intangibles that he brings to the table.
What intangibles does he bring that Wentz doesn't bring?
Well, I believe that Dak Prescott can run a little bit better than
Wentz.
No,
he can't.
Okay,
he can't.
He can't run better than Wentz.
No, first of all,
let's look at the rushing yards.
You look at him.
Look at him. Got like 4 touchdowns already.
Look at you. You look at the stats.
You go back to
Google is the one. No, Wentz had better rushing numbers than Wentz is senior year.
No, I'm talking what they run in the 40. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know who's faster? Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz won a 4.77. Dak Prescott was a 4.79.
What I see on the field is I see Dak running. I don't see Carson Wentz running.
You obviously that's what they're talking about. Look at, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see Carson Wentz running like that. I don't see Carson Wentz running like that.
You know why you don't see it? Because you don't watch the Eagles.
I watched 3 Eagles games. But I got the NFL Sunday ticket.
You know something?
I'm watching it.
Well, the Eagles haven't been on the Sunday ticket all season. They've been shown locally in Dallas. They're not because they've been shown locally in Dallas. Trust me, no, I have the Sunday ticket. They've been shown locally.
I put mine on the mixed channel because I'm watching the mixed channel, so they on the mixed channel. Station 702 on the NFL Network.
And you know why? You know why?
Okay, we're talking at the same time. Okay.
You know why the Eagles are shown here locally?
I'm not a big fan of the Eagles.
But you know why the Eagles are shown here in Dallas, locally? You know why the Eagles are shown more than any other NFC East team?
Breaking news, John.
What?
A little heartbroken right now.
About the 40?
No. Zeke lost his attempt.
Oh, I knew that.
He's been suspended 6 games.
I knew that. You know what I'm saying? I already knew that.
Did you know before the decision?
Yeah, I already knew that.
You figured he'd be suspended?
Yeah, I know already. I knew that. I knew that. So, but...
I figured he would be, too.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between white girls and black girls.
What's the difference?
If it was a black female, she only would have got a quarter.
They don't even know how to take that statement back there.
Oh my gosh, you're black. You know what I'm saying? Is there any video? You know what I'm saying? Because Ray Rice, you know what I'm saying? They gave Ray Rice, you know what I'm saying? And then that's unfortunate. I'm not trying to make light of that because I am a father, 3 girls, have 2 sisters.
Get that mop out, John. Get that mop out.
No, I'm not trying to mop out because I'm not trying to make light of the situation. But I will say that certain situations is a reason why certain things happen. And I'll leave it at that. But to get back to the talent. Oh, I'm sorry. To get back with the talent. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, running back with Zeke. I'll put running back with Zeke for the sake of this argument.
Okay.
As far as talent, you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
That goes to the Cowboys.
Offensive line. What do you get?
Offensive line is a wash.
With Jason Peters out.
Yes, I don't want to tell you why.
I gotta hear this. I'm gonna listen without interruption because I'm
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Eagles got Vitae playing out of position at left tackle. Mm-hmm. This is what's going to happen. This is my prediction. After the bye week, they're going to switch Lane Johnson to the left side and put Vitae at the right tackle.
I don't believe Lane's ever played right tackle, but
you mean Lane Johnson came into the league as a? I
don't recall Lane Johnson ever being on the left.
Because they had Jason Peters. But when he was drafted, he was a left tackle.
Okay.
So they gave him. He signed the largest contract ever for a right tackle because they put him in position to be the left tackle when Jason Peters get hurt. The thing is that Jason Peters has been fighting father time
For years, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they haven't had the opportunity to put him at left tackle. Because if you look at the Eagles guards, the Eagles guards and the Eagles center are equal. The Cowboys have the best guard out of the group.
Oh yeah, Zach Martin is the best.
Is the best.
He's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's you know what I'm saying. He's the best interior out of the bunch. But if you look at the rest, it's a wash. You know,
okay, so Lane Johnson, you put up there with.
Lane Johnson is one of the top 2 tackle. Lane Johnson.
I'm just asking, do you put him up there with Tyron Smith?
Yes.
You put him up there with Tyron.
Lane Johnson is top 3 at his position at right tackle. He is top. So
putting him at. You're gonna put him at left tackle.
Yes.
You're gonna get Tyron Smith type production.
Yes.
Okay. So
listen, it's like this. You know when the Eagles fell apart last year? When Lane Johnson got suspended. So when Lane Johnson got suspended, that ruined the whole offensive line. He missed 10 games. The offense. It was no continuity on the.
So you grade the guards as equal and the tackles as equal, and the center position you give it to.
It's equal. All of it is equal. That's why I say it's a wash.
I mean,
the Eagles got a Pro Bowl center. He's
a backup Pro Bowler.
No, it don't make it. Okay,
everybody make the Pro Bowl. I almost got a vote coming this year.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is, but the Eagles also got a Pro Bowl guard too.
I'm talking all pro. All pro.
But what I'm saying is Lane Johnson is an all pro player.
Lane Johnson is, but I'm talking about all pro. We got all pro tackle, guard, and center.
You know what I'm saying? It is still a wash because if you look at Pro Football Focus, who grades these things, and see where the Eagles are at. See this
wide receivers. Let's move to wide receivers. Is that a wash as well?
The wide receivers I would give to the Eagles. Because
what has Alshon Jeffrey done?
It's not
Nelson Aguilar.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Look at what do you mean? What has he done?
What are they doing?
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question. Where's Carson Wentz in passing yards in the NFL?
Probably at least top 2 or 3.
All right. Who's he throwing the ball to? It's not all going to Zach Ertz.
Looks like it.
But it's not though.
It sure look like it. I'm watching the game. I'm like, stop throwing it to Zach Ertz.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm going against him in fantasy.
But you're looking at it.
To Zach Ertz.
But if you're watching the game,
every touchdown seems like.
But if you're watching the games, you see what Aguilar's doing in the slot.
Aguilar's having a better season than I ever thought he would have.
You know what I'm saying? You got You got Jeffries, the only receiver.
Jeffries has been underperforming.
No, he's not. No, the only person is underperforming on the Eagles.
And Alshon Jeffrey has done nothing prior to yesterday.
Okay, that's your opinion. I respect you for that. The only person you can say that wide receiver core that has not really done anything is Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith has done nothing.
Okay, so everybody else has held up their end of the bargain. Now,
I'm not getting what I expected out of Alshon.
No, because everybody expected Alshon Jeffrey to be
a Pro Bowler.
No. They was expecting all these, but you got to understand this. This is what you got to understand. You got somebody coming off an injury, and you got somebody that got to get acclimated. So for what Alshon Jeffries is doing, he is, he's not blowing games. Torrey Smith is stealing money. Alshon Jeffrey is not. See, not only I watched the game. No. You know how you say, oh yeah,
I got. You get about 6 minutes. You've been going about 6.
You know what I'm saying? You watch the game. I study game film. You know what I'm saying? I watch game film every week of every game. You know what I'm saying? Every my Wednesdays and Thursdays is filled up with watching game film. Legit. I mean Tuesdays and Wednesdays are filled up with watching game film.
And I will tell you like this right here. I'm watching as much football as any human on the planet.
Okay, all right.
Outside of pro coaching.
But we're going to go.
If you talk 11, 12, 13 personnel, I can go there with you.
But what I'm going to say is, we're going to talk about talent. Now, defensive line, all right? Defensive line, the Eagles have a better defensive line than the Cowboys. The Cowboys have.
So. If you want to give me that offensive line is equal, you got to give me that defensive line is equal.
I'm going to tell you why.
I'm going to tell you why it is. Because once David Irvin got back, we have looked absolutely dominant.
Okay.
Lee Collins, Tank on the end, we've looked absolutely dominant.
Okay.
Now, I love Fletcher Cox.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I think Fletcher Cox is a man. But when it comes to defensive line, if I'm going to give you the offensive line is equal, you got to give me the defensive line.
Nope, I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not just Fletcher Cox. All right? You know what I'm saying? It's not just you know what I'm saying. It's not just Fletcher Cox. All right, you got Brandon Graham. Okay, all right. Now you got Chris Long coming off the bench. He is. He's
old.
He's not old, but he's producing.
No.
You're calling him old, but he's producing. The Eagles. You know what the Cowboys do? The Cowboys play 6 defensive linemen, right?
Yeah, we rotate them.
6.
Continuously, yes.
6. You know how many defensive linemen the Eagles play?
No, I do not.
9.
Okay.
Now, and we
Okay.
no. The Eagles legitimately play. You got. They got the best. The Eagles got the better interior. Tim Jernigan and Fletcher Cox is better than the Cowboys' interior. It's not even close. And we're talking about this year.
Okay.
We're talking about this year.
I will tell you the Eagles have a dominant defensive line. I believe the Cowboys also have, this year, a dominant defensive line.
Okay, but it's not better than the Eagles.
To a position group. I believe the Eagles have a better run defense. I believe that we have a better pass rush.
I
would tell you
the Cowboys have a better pass rush because of one player.
Still better.
No, but what I'm saying is that no.
If I got Lawrence Taylor and I got the best linebacker group because of Lawrence Taylor, I still got the best.
But overall defensive line play, the Eagles has been more consistent than the Cowboys. You can look this stuff up.
Well, hold on. But a lot of now we're talking scheme though, because the Cowboys scheme. In the Cowboys scheme,
no, you can't talk about scheme. We just talk about pure talent and what's going on.
Okay,
we're not talking about scheme because every other position we can talk scheme. Now we're not talking scheme.
What we're talking about, if you're going to go to stats, you got to look at what are we asking our linemen to do. You got to look at that. What are we asking our linebackers to do?
You're asking.
And then you telling me I also got 2 games without Sean Lee on the left.
No.
And they were running through us.
No. We're not. We're talking defensive line. We didn't even get to linebackers. You know what I'm saying?
With those 2 positions, your front seven is your front seven.
No, we're not talking about front 7. We're talking about the front 4 or the front 3 that you want to talk about. I'm not talking about linebackers.
And I will tell you, if you get the offensive line,
and if you
I get to tell you the defensive line is a push.
But if you want to talk front 7, the Eagles have a better front 7.
We shall see.
No, now it's we shall see. But right now, the Eagles have a better front 7.
So now you're discarding Sean Lee as a Pro Bowl player? What is that?
Is he on the field?
Well, I expect him to be. He's playing this week.
But what
he was on the field yesterday.
Yeah, but how many games do you get out of Sean Lee?
Usually about 14, 13, 14.
No, you don't. You don't. Sean Lee
gets injured for the season.
Sean Lee has not played more than 10 games in the last.
He played last year. He played 14 last year.
He played like 13 or 14. But look at the years prior to that.
But we talking right now.
Well, right now,
he's playing this week.
Okay, so
is he gonna be on the field when we play the Eagles?
And the Eagles, huh?
Is he gonna be on the field when we play the Eagles?
I don't know that.
That's all I care. But if he's on the field when we play the Eagles, then I think we got a good shot of winning.
Okay, time. Time out. What is it called? Flag on the play or penalty or something? But this has been really funny.
Is it already 10 o'clock?
Yes, it is. You guys have done that.
They shut us down. We got shut down.
We have to shut it down. You guys.
Shut down, John.
I'm telling you, here. Yeah, you got to come back on Sports Rehab on Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Yes.
Episode 2, baby.
But anyway, this is straight from the hip. You heard it here live. A diehard Cowboys fan going against a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. I mean, this was for the sports fanatics on tonight, but it was hilarious to sit back and listen to it. That's why I don't do sports. But anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This has been an interesting and cool night. I thank you guys for coming on such a last, minute call. Thank you, John. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Can I do one, one quick shout? I want to get a shout out to my girl Amina. Love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's that.
Okay, Vincent. I found someone who met your match.
I want to tell John I appreciated him coming out and
thank you.
Talking
I appreciate
to Eagles.
you.
I do want John to come back at the conclusion of the season to see who won the NFC East, so we can definitely have a recap on today's discussion, and we get to celebrate the Cowboys win, the Eagles lost. I want you to be a part of that.
You and Jimmy gonna double team,
Well, he's a Redskins fan.
So okay.
The funny thing is,
he hates the Cowboys.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
All I hear is a lot of hoping and wishing. You know what I'm saying? Hoping and wishing. That the Eagles fall apart because it was nothing that was substantial. Because when you go to when you're hoping on injuries,
No, these have already happened. I'm not hoping they happen.
No.
They already happened.
No. What I'm saying is,
But we're not gonna
Okay.
time.
the last thing.
Go ahead.
The last
but
thing I was
we
going to say
got
is
time.
The last thing I was going to say is this: you're hoping that the result of the injuries are going to have a big effect. That's what you're hoping on.
I expect that to happen.
You expect it, but it hasn't happened yet. And the Eagles been replacing players all year, and they got
We
the
shall
best.
see.
And they got the best record in the NFL, not the NFC, the NFL. So
We shall see.
And
They
that's,
played Washington twice.
and that was right here
And y'all
on
play
Straight from the Hip.
both teams play the same teams.
Okay,
Okay.
guys.
Eventually, we'll see how it goes, how it shakes out.
Everybody plays have the same.
And
game.
cut.
All right.
And cut.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
I am
Thank
so
you,
sorry
guys.
for hitting the table. I need a
Okay.
I need a pillow.
Okay.
No, I'm going next
And
time I
this-
come up here. I'm gonna bring a pillow.
Okay. Well, you've heard it here tonight on Straight from the Hip. This has been an interesting show, as I said. I mean, you guys should have called in and
We didn't give
took
them
up for
chance
your
to-
home team.
Well,
Well, the number was out there. They had the option to call. But I know that this was interesting just to listen to. You guys know your sports, and that is very evident. I don't know if I will ever get into sports. Just not my thing. But I can see why. I say it's two things I never talk about. And that's politics and religion, but I think I'm going to add sports to that. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight with Straight from the Hip, HighVibe Media. I want to invite everyone out to my birthday party. Scorpio Straight from the Hip will be presenting Scorpio Birthday Bash, a black and gold affair. That will be November 10th from 9 to 1. It is $5 admission before 10. Scorpio's free before 10. Free food and free drinks. It's at $14.99 Regal Road at Space Studio, Dallas, Texas. And we have a lineup of artists. Benny Ray, Levi Cartier, Browns from Money Minds Entertainment, and Trip the Maker. You guys better be there. It's going to be all the way live. And I want to thank you again. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, John. And at that, we're going to sign off. Keep your head up. Believe in yourself. And just push yourself. Promote yourself. Push yourself to the limit. That's what I say. They said the stars is the limit, but just keep reaching for the sky.
All right, until they pass out.